some real gory shots of blood because Bockwinkle got hurt real bad in this match. And I don't know, Bruiser, as a match like this goes on, some fans have mentioned to me, I mean, the feedback is, does it bother a wrestler of Bruiser's style, where he is the world's most dangerous, and it's no quarter in there? As long as you're in the ring with him, I mean, you got to defend yourself. I mean, does it ever bother you at a point where you got a man beat up like Bockwinkle was really beat up in this situation, where he's really bleeding badly? He needs stitches, he needs help. But of course, he's fighting on. But I mean, does it ever enter your mind that to ease up on the guy, you know?
To ease off of?
Well, not just, you know, do you ever think about sometimes that this guy is, you know, if I was beating on a guy like in this particular sequence, Bruiser, he's beat up pretty bad. But the match should have been stopped.
Let me get that straight again, because I don't want to make a remark here. Did you say that, did I ever think and stop and think, should I ease off of this wrestler that I'm beating the stuffings out of?
No, I was thinking more.
Should I ease off because he's bleeding and he might bleed?
Do you ever feel pity? That's what I'm asking. I guess I'm asking more from you. And I don't think you do, and I know that you don't want to say you do.
Let me think.
I mean, Bruiser.
Let me get it again. You want to find out if I'm beating this guy and the blood's popping out of him and he keeps bleeding.
I mean, he's bleeding seriously, bleeding seriously.
Bockwinkle's bleeding.
I mean,
You saw this, I haven't seen.
He should, well, he needs stitches in this match.
I've got a lot of stitches on me.
I know you do.
Yeah, but you want to know if I want to let up because I feel sorry for this fella?
No, you know, in the case where you got this guy, you're beating him and the referee moves in on you, do you ever say, like, do you ever just say, referee, this has gone far enough, this guy can't continue?
Let me get this straight. You want to know that, when I ask the referee, would you please stop this match, sir, because...
They do that.
They do that.
Well, don't they stop matches when they're bleeding so bad? In boxing, they stop matches.
Well, those sissies who would, you know...
In other words, that's what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. You want me to ask the referee, sir, would you please stop this match because my opponent here, who has gouged me and stuck a beer can opener in my eye and hit me on the head with a bottle, and when I wasn't looking, took my head and rammed it into the corner post, and then I got mad and looked the other way, and he hit me with brass knucks in the ear. You wanted me to ask him, could you stop this match, Mr. Referee, because I really don't want to have any mayhem and hurt this fella and have him bleed too much. Is that what you want to know?
Well...
No,
I don't want to know that.
I never have asked the referee. You have with Bob Luce. You and I are friends, but you know better than that. You very seldom see Bockwinkle bleed. Ooh. But in this match, you're going to see him bleed for all the things he did to me for years when I was trying to become the world's tag team champion. You're going to see what happens to him.
You're watching the Bloody Wrestling Hall of Fame Classics from Chicago. Okay, fans, here we go. It's the International Amphitheater, and it's June the 9th, 1973, and it's Bockwinkle and Stevens, the AWA Tag Team Champions, going against Dick the Bruiser and Wahoo McDaniel. Fans, this is the first defense Bockwinkle and Stevens have made of their title since April the 7th of 73, when you watched that great Wilbur, Snyder, and Don Morocco team almost defeat them. You remember that great battle? Well, listen, fans, Bruiser and Wahoo have earned this title shot. That's right, you remember they went up against Ladd and the Superstar. They won that one going away, and that put them right in the title contention chairs, and here they are inside the amphitheater ring. Look at the war bonnet. That's right, Wahoo McDaniel is ready to go into action. The Choctaw Chickasaw Indian from Oklahoma. And there's Nick Bockwinkle, of course, with his partner, Ray Stevens. Born in Columbus, Ohio, Stevens is 6 foot, weighs 240 pounds. His home is San Francisco. Nick Bockwinkle from St. Louis, Missouri, 6'1", 240. Their opponents tonight, of course, the great Wahoo McDaniel, 6'5", 260, and Dick the Bruiser coming in the ring tonight at 6'1", 272.5 pounds. And a great wrestling weight for Dick the Bruiser, and he's trim and ready. He's gonna go after it. Wahoo McDaniel, Dick the Bruiser. A great tag team, and fans, you're in for some great action, some great wrestling action from 1973, fans. And what were you doing in 1973? Where were you in 1973? All right, if you wanted to buy a car in 1973, a Grand Prix loaded was $36.77 if you bought it in Chicago. A loaded T-Bird, listen to this, $4,300 for a loaded brand new T-Bird. And a Tornado, how about this? The old Tornado was $4,500. Brother, those are the kind of prices I love. Here we are inside the ring at the amphitheater. Look at that crowd. There we have it. Wall-to-wall people inside the International Amphitheater. The capital of professional wrestling in 1973 in Chicago. That's right, nobody could touch us. We've already concluded some great matches at the amphitheater. This was a great year for wrestling in Chicago. 19 shows at the International Amphitheater, one every 19 days. How about that? And Wahoo's opening up. Bruiser looking good. Percy Franklin, the referee of distinction, down there to make the count. 1, 2. And Bockwinkle interferes in the match. These are the highlights, fans, of that great match. June the 9th, 1973, and you're with me right here at ringside in Chicago. Yeah, that's where I was on June the 9th, 1973, fans, right there at ringside. Never missed a match. Was every match, Bob Luce was right there at ringside. That's where the promoter's supposed to be, and that's where I was. Now, Bruiser tags in and gives Bockwinkle a nice clout alongside the head. Hey, waking him up real good. Yes, sir, Bockwinkle, you got to know you're in there now. You're in against a top man in Dick the Bruiser. I don't know whether Bockwinkle was ready for this. Don Morocco and Snyder almost took the belts when they battled Bockwinkle and Stevens back on April the 7th of this year. However, let me tell you, Morocco did a great job that night as Snyder's partner, but look at, he wasn't a veteran. He didn't have those good classic moves that counted towards the end. Didn't know how to pace himself in these great tag matches. That's very important. Morocco put up a great battle. Snyder really felt that he had the perfect tag team partner, but tonight we have two great partners here in Wahoo and Bruiser. They've been a tag team together in 1973 almost 5 times, so they know each other. All 6 times, actually, looking at the record book here. 6 times have been tag team partners, so they really know each other's moves, and they know how to pace themselves in a great tag battle like this one, which is for the AWA World Championship. And fans, we'll be back with some more action and follow this right to the very end. Wahoo Bruiser in there against Bockwinkle and Stevens, and it's for the AWA Tag Team Championship. And let me tell you, fans, Wahoo is trapped in the corner as we rejoin the action, and you can see Stevens and Bockwinkle working him over good. He's fighting his way out. Now he's back in the corner again. You got a good glimpse of Stevens powering in that right hand, and fans, we got some problems at the amphitheater on June the 9th. Percy Franklin coming in close to see if those blows are illegal, to see if they're coming in there with the flat of the hand or the side of the fist. You can't hit straight on in professional wrestling. And here we go. Bockwinkle's been backed off. Percy Franklin's counting. He wants Stevens to release Wahoo. We got 2-on-1 in the corner here. Percy Franklin staying right with the action. And now he's telling Bockwinkle, you do this continuously, and we're going to have to give the fall to Wahoo. And that means that they're going to back off, right? They're backed off now, and now it's, hey, they're going to get the same treatment in the other corner. Look at this. Bockwinkle has been trapped in the opposite corner, and Wahoo and Bruiser were working. Now Bruiser's in the ring, and fans, I'm not sure we have a tag here, a legal tag. We got a double collision in the middle of that ring, and Percy Franklin moving in. Let's keep our eyes on this action. No falls yet in this amphitheater World Tag Team Championship match in Chicago. Bruiser's on top. There, Bruiser's on top of Bockwinkle, and oh, we almost had a count there. A 3 count, and now Wahoo's in on the melee. Bruiser back on top of Bockwinkle. We're going for a fall here. It looks like Bruiser. Now Bruiser's out of the ring. He's out of control. Fans, wait a minute. I think this match has got out of control. I'm not sure, but Percy Franklin, he's doing his best. But, I mean, we've got some rough, tough guys in there. And I tell you, Stevens and Bockwinkle are fighting for their life in this match. It's a tough tag match here at the International Amphitheater. June the 9th, fans, you're right with the action, and it's exciting. I've never seen such action. And now Percy Franklin wants the bell rung. Percy Franklin's calling for the bell. Let's wait and see what's happened here. Percy Franklin's called for the bell. We have no falls here at the International Amphitheater, and it's June the 9th, 1973. Bruiser pounding on Ray Stevens outside the ring, and there's the announcement. I'm sorry, fans, but it's hard for me to tell exactly what's the solution here in this match. He's making an announcement, and he's pointing to Bockwinkle and Stevens laying on the mat, and he has disqualified the Bruiser and Wahoo. Bruiser and Wahoo have been disqualified, and it looks like he's pointing to Bruiser standing outside the ring, and he just can't put it all together in his mind. This match got out of control, and they have awarded this match to Bockwinkle and Stevens. I believe Bockwinkle and Stevens have, look at this. Looks like Bockwinkle and Stevens. I'm checking now, and I think we've moved into the second fall. That match, he just disqualified him for that fall, so therefore, the match is continuing. The match is continuing. The match is continuing, and it's into the second fall, fans. Yes, we just got word here that was the first fall. Bockwinkle and Stevens won the first fall because of that disqualification of Bruiser and Wahoo. Fortunately, this match is 2 out of 3. Therefore, he did not throw the match out. He just disqualified Bruiser and Crusher in the first fall only. So therefore, Bockwinkle and Stevens have 1 fall for them. Now, wait a minute. We got a pin here. We have a pin, fans. We have a pin the second fall. Wahoo, McDaniels. Look at Nick Bockwinkle. That first fall took a lot out of him, boy. I'll tell you, Bockwinkle has been injured in this match, and now Wahoo, and we're into the third fall, but you saw the highlights of that second fall. We have a tag team title match that's really outstanding, sensational. Look at that body slam. Wow. I want to tell you, Wahoo McDaniel has gone wild. Wahoo McDaniel won that second fall, pinning Bockwinkle. You saw Bockwinkle's face loaded with red, fans. Hey, we got a clarification on that first fall. Wow, that was terrific. The fact that the match continued, even though we had a disqualification of Bruiser and Wahoo, they were so rough in that first fall, I thought sure the match had been thrown out. But, hey, baby, we're in it now. It's 1 fall apiece here at the International Amphitheater on June the 9th. Dick the Bruiser tagging back in. And let me tell you, Wahoo McDaniel and Bruiser are really rough and tough. And Nick Bockwinkle, look at his face. Hey, Crimson, this man has been hurt, seriously hurt. And Wahoo and Bruiser are both in the ring at the same time. And, of course, this isn't the type of match we've got going here. Percy Franklin has got to keep control here, or else we're going to have another disqualification. There's 2 count, 3 count. Hold it now. Wait a minute. Let's zero in on this. That was a 3 count. That was a 3 count. Bockwinkle pinned Wahoo McDaniel and Bockwinkle and Stevens. I'm almost lost my breath. Bockwinkle and Stevens have won. Ray Stevens pinned Wahoo McDaniel, fans. Now we got to clarify that. Ray Stevens, this is so exciting, fans. So anyway, Bruiser and Wahoo, in one of the greatest, wildest battles ever in the history of professional wrestling, have missed winning this AWA title by a hair lash because, I don't know, they just couldn't control himself in this match, and Wahoo suddenly got clouded by Stevens, went down, and Stevens pinned him. The 3 count. Bruiser's out of control. They want some more of these guys. They don't want the match to stop now. But Bockwinkle and Stevens are still the AWA champions. Look at Bruiser. He's still working over. Now he's got, oh, this is exciting here at the amphitheater. This is the Hall of Fame Classics from Chicago. And Battle Royal, and let's go to the action. Okay, look at this. Can you believe your eyes? Hey, baby! Hey, you aren't seeing double. You're just seeing a terrific two-ring battle royal, but we're in ring number 2, and it's right in front of your eyes. Take your eyes off of the upper part of that television, because, baby, we're into the bottom ring there. We're into that bloody action that's coming up. And look at the guys in there. Look at them big babies. Red Bastien, Mad Dog Vachon, Handsome Jimmy Valiant. And look at that. That's Big Billy Robinson on the right. Ken Patera. Mitsu Arakawa, the Japanese strongman. And there we have Baron von Raschke. And there they are in the corner. Who are they trying to dump out? I can't see it. I can't see it. It's not too clear. Oh, I think he's working over Ray Thunder Stevens. That's the big boy. That's the big boy over there. Oh, man, look at him. 420 or 450 pounds, 460, I guess. It's Chris Taylor. And there's Mad Dog Vachon trying to get Handsome Jimmy out of the ring. Handsome Jimmy, you aren't going to be so handsome when we get through with you. It's the great, sensational, the first ever in the whole entire world. This is a double rings. That's 2 rings you're seeing. You aren't seeing double. That's right. This was the first time it was ever done. ABC Wide World of Sports was on hand for this biggie. And let me tell you, you'll never see that today. But you saw it back then, baby. That's when it was rock 'em and sock 'em. That's when everything was happening in wrestling. Look at here, fans. Look at that. Look at that. In that ring, look at that beef, baby. Look at that beef. All right. Red Bastien in there. They're all milling around. They're all looking for a little opening. They want to lower the boom. Look at over there in the corner, Billy Robinson. Oh, now Red Bastien's up. Billy Robinson working on Handsome Jimmy Valiant in the corner. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Handsome Jimmy powered in the right hand, and he hit Raschke. Hey, wait a minute. Now they're double-teaming Handsome Jimmy. Look at me. Look at me. Not a mar, not a scratch. I'm Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Handsome, you can't say that after this match. You ain't gonna be handsome long. Look at that. In the middle of the... Oh, Chris Taylor just pulled one of the wrestlers out of... It's Pretty Boy Bobby Heenan. But he went under the bottom rope, fans. It's over the top rope elimination to the floor. So you got to go over that top rope and hit that 4. And then you're out, brother. Mad Dog Vachon up there. I almost got him over the rope. Red Bastien. And there's Billy Robinson, the great English champion. He went through the middle of the rope, so therefore he's still in the action. Over the top rope elimination. Look at those camera crews at work. ABC Wide World of Sports. Of course, this was our own camera crew this night. We were right down there with the biggies. That's right, ABC and the Hall of Fame Classics. Oh, over the top rope goes Billy Robinson after Heenan, and he is out of the match. Sorry, Billy, you took the wrong road, baby. You should have gone through the rope and you went over it, so that was it. Now, Pretty Boy Bobby Heenan is still in the action. Look at Red Bastien taking that punishment there. Oh, it's rockabye, rockabye, wham. And now wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Look out, here we go. And there's big Chris Taylor, bamming and charging. Looks like the big Brahma bull. Look at that. We got to take him to the Mexican bullfights, man. Look at the size of that big Chris Taylor, bronze medal winner at the Olympics. I bet he's saying, man, the Olympics were never like this. I mean, hey, we never had 12 guys coming at us all at once. That's right, Chris Taylor. This is pro wrestling. And there goes Mad Dog Vachon. Mad Dog's up on top of the ropes. He's trying to keep himself in the action. But Red Bastien's moving in on him. Wow, is this exciting? Is this interesting? This is wild. I'm going wild here. How about you fans? How about you fans turning this in here? Aren't you going crazy? Huh? Look at up at the top of your screen. That's the other ring. We got a 2-ring battle royal. The fans were almost... Hey, they almost had their eyes crossed this night. That's right. Hey, they were all cross-eyed at the ringside. Look at that. Look at that, 2 rings at the same time. Hey, brother, this is the way it went then. Hey, this is it. This is the wild and crazy 70s, brother. This is when men were men and the action was non-stop. Look out, Ken Patera. Oh, there goes Mad Dog. Mad Dog, my man. My main man's gone. And now we got a battle in there. We only got 4 left. We got big Ken Patera. And we've got Handsome Jimmy Valiant. And we've got Red Bastien. And we've got Baron von Raschke. We got the big 4 in here, fighting it out. Hey, $10,000 to the winner, and out goes Red Bastien. Now it's 3 in there. And look out, look out. Jimmy Valiant and Raschke powering on Ken Patera. You realize, fans, what we got going here? We got 2 against 1, Ken Patera. Hey, the great weightlifting champion, the great weightlifter in the Olympics, of course, and here he is. Hey, in the Battle Royal. Can you believe Ken Patera? Can you believe him, Ken Patera? He's taking punishment. Taking punishment. Hey, wait, look out, there they go. Oh, out of the ring. Ken Patera, the winner of the Battle Royal, Ken Patera. Look out, brother. Hey, there's that old jump. We took a little trip over to Hammond to the Civic Center in 1973, and we had a little event over there, and we want you to be part of it. It was Pepper Gomez night at the Hammond Civic Center, and we had a very famous mariachi band come in and perform that evening prior to the main event. Pepper Gomez, of course, wrestling his nemesis of the time, handsome Jimmy Valiant. And let me tell you, every time that handsome Jimmy and Pepper got together in the ring, you knew there were going to be fireworks. In this case, in Chicago, well, this particular match, we decided that the best place to put this in at this particular time was at the Hammond Civic Center. And there you see one of the mariachis with the sombrero with the program for the evening. And there, even we had dancing in the ring at the Hammond Civic Center. The great Hammond Civic Center, a lot of great matches were promoted at the Hammond Civic Center, and even today, it's a well-known arena for professional wrestling. Look at this. It's beautiful here. They're all enjoying themselves, having a great time at the Hammond Civic Center in 1973. This is our bonus match because we want to show you what happened around Chicago. Maybe we don't have to just constantly show you the amphitheater, although that's the capital. That's where the great matches took place. But when we went into Hammond, to the Civic Center, we also had great matches. There's Bob Luce. See him at ringside talking to Henry Van Loon. I'm getting ready to introduce the participants in this match. I used to do the ring announcing over there occasionally. It was a lot of fun. In this particular case, of course, it was doubly fun for me because handsome Jimmy Valiant was going in against one of my favorite guys and a good friend, and that was Pepper Gomez. There you see Bob Luce giving the announcement. Now Pepper Gomez will be wending his way ringside. Look at Gentleman John Valiant and Handsome Jimmy. They were a pair, tough and rough. Look at that. I want to tell you, this night at the Hammond Civic Center, we had a tough barn burner. And there's my pal and buddy, Pepper Gomez, resplendent in that beautiful Mexican toga. Beautiful guy. Beautiful guy. Pepper Gomez. And now, fans, the match is starting to unfold, as you see. Now, you notice that our friend, big, handsome Jimmy Valiant, is a little bit larger than Pepper. Valiant is 6'5". He weighs about 270. And our friend Pepper Gomez, on the other hand, is about 5'10", and he weighs in tops, I'd say, 223 and a half. So Pepper Gomez is really got his work cut out for him. However, keep this in mind, fans. This is the wrestler with the cast iron stomach. Not only that, he has got a chest on him, a barrel chest, that is incredible. This man is endowed. He is built, and he really can handle himself. Now, you're looking at, in Pepper Gomez, the former Texas heavyweight champion. Hey, and he hangs in the Hall of Fame of Texas out there, along with Davy Crockett. and some of the great heroes of Texas, because when he was the Texas heavyweight champion, they loved him so much that they did a painting and put him in the Texas Hall of Fame. Now, that's how important he was in Texas. Out of California, of course, was a great football player in high school, All-State, and a All-American selection in college. Great professional wrestler, had some great battles with Killer Kowalski in Boston that are still talked about. Killer Kowalski, if your mind can go back to that era, Killer Kowalski was a huge man. Killer Kowalski was almost, well, let's say 6'11", almost 7 foot tall. A huge man. And can you imagine a guy like, look, that's about the way he used to do with Killer Kowalski. Uh-oh, it was only a 2 count. Pepper's still in there against handsome Jimmy Valiant. He was a sellout attraction in New York at Madison Square Garden. His match against Pedro Morales is a classic that it will be remembered forever. The Grand Wizard was his manager in New York on many occasions. Look at the fans there at the Hammond Civic Center. Fans, you fans looking in. Now, let me tell you, the Hammond Civic Center seated almost 6,500. I think that was capacity. This night at the Hammond Civic Center, we had capacity. This is a bonus matchup, and we're going to show you the second half of this great match and be back for that. For now, keep your eye on the guy in the red trunks, Pepper Gomez, on the Wrestling Hall of Fame Classics. Okay, fans, continuing here at the Hammond Civic Center, our bonus match. In 1973, it was Pepper Gomez in against handsome Jimmy Valiant. You know, one thing about the Hammond Civic Center was that the matches that we had at the Hammond Civic Center seemed to be more uncontrollable, to coin a word that might fit, because maybe the commission wasn't as tough as they were in Illinois and in Chicago at the amphitheater. Sometimes these matches were really, they seemed to be where the referee would sort of stretch the point a little bit and maybe let the guys go and not call as much close action or infractions as they would in Chicago. But in this particular case, Gomez and Valiant had tough matches in Chicago, and I guess the commission there were a little on the easy side, maybe as I recollect the situation. In this particular case, though, we're looking at handsome Jimmy Valiant putting Pepper Gomez down and putting on his vaunted nerve clutch. Let me tell you, that's a very painful hold, and Valiant really was a master at that hold. He could grab hold of that shoulder muscle there and dig in, and he could reach that nerve, I don't know, do it better than anybody in professional wrestling, and he could just, over the period of maybe 5 or 6 minutes, if he had his chance at you and you couldn't break it, he could weaken that arm where it was probably worthless for the rest of the match. I've talked to wrestlers who had that put on them, and they've said, Bob, he put that on me, and I mean, you know, if you could fight it off and get on him and take his mind off of it, where he can't come back with it over and over, repeatedly, you're saved. However, if you can't, I mean, you just go down, and that arm, you start losing control. See, here he goes again. You know, he used that on Verne Gagne when they had that classic match in Chicago, May 5th, and you remember he took the first fall in Chicago from Gagne and everybody in the audience. See, he comes right back and starts working on that nerve, starts working on that shoulder, that muscle in your shoulder. He does it every time, and if the referee case is, you can't count it off because it's legal. However, if the wrestler can't fight it off, he's really in trouble. Now, in this case, is fighting it off. Look at that. He's got him in the corner there. Terrific move by Pepper Gomez. Coming against handsome Valiant. Ooh, terrific power. Throw into that corner. Oh, and Valiant gets tied in the rope. He fell backwards in the rope. His arms caught in there, and he's really in tough shape now. Pepper Gomez. Wait a minute now. Hold it. Hey, somebody just jumped in the ring. There's somebody in Pepper's corner, and I didn't get a good look at that guy. There is somebody working Pepper's corner, trying to keep Johnny Valiant under control because Gentleman John, you just saw him jump in that ring. Well, fans, now that was an exciting move. Wait a minute. There we see him again. See in the corner. It's Wilbur Snyder. Wilbur Snyder's in the corner there. He is in Pepper Gomez's corner. Wilbur Snyder, the man of 3,000 holes. Wilbur Snyder, let me tell you, Wilbur Snyder and Pepper Gomez were very good friends. Very, very close. That's Wilbur, all right. He's got his sweatshirt on. The arms cut off right up to the top. He's right to his shoulders there. Looking good. Wilbur, you're looking good. I'll tell you something. With Wilbur in the corner there, gentleman John is going to be a gentleman in this match. I have a feeling because Wilbur Snyder is nobody to fool with. And there's a good shot of Wilbur. Terrific. Boy, you see Wilbur shot into that ring like he was shot out of a cannon. And for good reason. Look at the arms on that guy, Wilbur Snyder. What a build. This guy, what a class guy. A credit to professional wrestling. Now, wait a minute. Henry Van Loon, this is what I was saying a little earlier about the Hammond Civic Center. Henry Van Loon, now, I don't know whether he caught a glimpse of that, but, of course, our cameraman caught Jimmy using some kind of an object on Pepper, and Van Loon, who is one of the great referees, was moving in and trying to catch a glimpse. We're not sure. We don't want to call it, fans, but there again is that instance. Now, Snyder's talking to the referee, Van Loon, and he's trying to explain to him that there might be something going on here. And if there is, of course, Wilbur's going to call his attention to it. Look there's one of our cameramen over there. He just came down by the ringside. We had 3 cameramen here working on this match. Imagine that, fans, 1973. We had 3 cameramen over there at the Hammond Civic Center. We had it lit professionally. Hey, this was a great era, and we had some classic matches here. Look at the clarity of that. Look at the clear picture you're getting here, fans. This is 1973. Hey, and look at them punches. Terrific. Pepper Gomez is my man. One of my favorite wrestlers. You see why he's one of my favorites. You see that? Whop! Right in the old bread basket. Now he's gonna do some damage. Whoa, Pepper! Oh, get on with it, Pepper. And I want to tell you, handsome Jimmy. Wait a minute, hold it. Did you see that? He came in from the side there. Gentleman John came in from the side. We're just going to get a pin there. He had him in the way. He was definitely going to pin him. And Gentleman John came in there. Now, this is what I'm telling you. Look at Jimmy's face. Look at that, a mess of blood. Because Jimmy's taking a lot of punishment here, and there comes John Valiant again interfering. Look at John Valiant's out of control. He's coming into this match. He should not be involved. In there, they're counting. Now the referee's talking. Now Wilbur Snyder's raised his hand. Wait a minute, I don't know what this decision is. They both raised their hands. Now Snyder's after Jimmy, and Snyder's going after John, and the referee's going after everybody. Referee's stopping it, fans. We're at the Hammond Civic Center. It's our bonus match in 1973. Look at Jimmy Valiant's head. It's loaded with claret. He's loaded. His head is a mass of blood. He's out of the ring now. I can't even tell who it is. I mean, he looks like got a red mask on. Oh, the fans are going wild. Everybody's out of control at the Hammond Civic Center. Now they have fans up on the edge of the apron. You see, they don't have too much security there, fans. We had a few Hammond policemen, and they're great. They're doing the best they can. Now Pepper's getting a pat on the back. Pepper's our winner, apparently. Pepper Gomez is the winner at the Hammond Civic Center.
Career as a tag team partner. Wahoo and I, especially, we played football. We kind of had the same kind of feeling. So we were good partners. And I've actually got to watch this match just like you because I don't remember all just the small stuff that happened. I know that we beat them up bad, and I know that come near the end of the match, if I can remember, we throw Ladd out.
That's right.
Oh, maybe to the 5th row. And I know that we hurt him.
Yeah.
But in between that time, from the start to where Ladd goes on the top of his head and is counted out, maybe, there was some ferocious wrestling going on.
Oh, tough match. I tell you, it was so rough, Bruiser, that as I watched this thing, when I screened this tape, as I watched it and watched it in slow motion, I let the machine go slow, the editor go slow so I could watch. I mean, you cannot believe what the vicious moves. I mean, we had guys in there. These were big men, big, tough men. I mean, Bruiser, you must have weighed 270 at the time. I mean, at last.
270. I'll tell you what makes it bad. I'll tell you what makes it bad. It wasn't because Superstar was there. He could chase him down and kill him like a rat. But Ernie, the cat lad, made that match tough.
Yeah.
And we got rid of Superstar one way or another, I'm sure of that.
That's true.
And then it took two of us.
Yep.
And you're going to see, it's going to take two of us, if I can remember right, it's going to take two of us to throw that big Ernie. You people realize there's nobody in pro football today any bigger than Ernie the cat lad. There's nobody that's any faster than Ernie the cat lad. Lad was at 6'10" or 6'11" and 310 pounds. There's nobody any faster. He was just as good as any lineman there is today. And the Wahoo McDaniels and I, after we got through with the sissy that we had, Superstar, we had to throw him out on his head to win the match. That's what took a lot of doing. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it. And don't you ever forget what the Wahoo McDaniel and I did to that fight.
Okay, fans, it's May 25th, Friday night. There they go into the ring. Superstar Graham and Ernie the Big Cat Lad. And, brother, they are happy. They are jubilant because this is their big chance to go after the big title match. That would be against Bockwinkle and Stevens if they can get by Dick the Bruiser and Wahoo McDaniel. Now, Dick the Bruiser is taking Cowboy Bill Watt's place. As you recall, the last time Wahoo was in this ring against Superstar and Ladd, his partner was Watts. Watts got hurt after the first fall and went to the dressing room for medical aid, never came back. Wahoo battled on alone and lost the third and deciding fall. Now we're back. Bruiser has agreed to be the partner tonight. Ed McElroy is doing the honors in the center ring, introducing Ernie the Big Cat Lad, and now he's introducing Superstar. Superstar Graham, and he's looking good. This is a big one. And, hey, fans, I want to tell you, everybody's out. Look at the fans all standing looking around. Hey, there's a few fist fights going on in the audience there. And this is a rough night at the amphitheater. There's the war bonnet. That's right, the Chickasaw Indian from Oklahoma has his war bonnet in the ring. Look at that. He's ready for action, Dick the Bruiser. I've never seen him looking better than he's looking in there now. And this match is underway in Chicago, 2 out of 3 falls. Remember, the winner has been promised a shot at Bockwinkle and Stevens for the AWA World Tag Team title. Henry Van Loon, the referee of distinction. Oh, wow, look at that powerhouse right. Bruiser punched into Ernie Ladd's face, and Ladd is down in the middle of the ring in Chicago, and this match is underway, and am I excited, fans? Whoa, brother, look at this. Look at that Choctaw Chickasaw Indian. Boy, is he going there. From Oklahoma, Cowboy. Hey, look at that. That's Wahoo McDaniel. Yeah, that's my man. Look at that. He's got the right partner now. I want to tell you, Wahoo, baby, don't worry about Dick the Bruiser getting hurt and going to the dressing room just like Bruiser told us. Hey, he made every match. He was in there every minute. He showed up all the time. They never got him out of action. Hey, the indestructible one, Dick the Bruiser. Look at that. Hey, it's like chopping a tree down, baby. Look at that guy fall. I mean, he almost broke the ring. 6'9", 315 pounds. Hey, his mom was 6 foot tall, 245 pounds. Can you believe that? His dad was 6'6", 265. Brother, they grow 'em big in Orange, Texas. That's where the Ernie the Big Cat lad's from. Of course, Ernie is a member of the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, and you understand why, don't you, fans? Well, as a matter of fact, fans, every wrestler in the ring in this match is a member of the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame. Everyone. There was a close shot of Henry Van Loon, our referee of distinction. Every wrestler in the ring in this particular match is a Hall of Famer. Hey, fans, you can't get any better than that. When you're doing the Hall of Fame Classics from Chicago, hey, brother, you're with the best, the greatest. These are the legends, fans. These are the men that made wrestling a fantastic sport, a universal, incredibly popular sport. Hey, this is where it starts right here in Chicago, the wrestling capital of the world in 1973. And look at that. Off the rope, superstar Billy Graham taking a fall here. Baby, look at that. Wahoo just put him on his back, and then he gives him a terrific kick to the back of the head. Whoa, I want to tell you, this is tough action. This is where it's at, fans. This is when it gets rough. You got to be able to take that punishment, or you don't last in professional wrestling on top. To be one of the top men, you gotta be one of them top punish takers, buddy. You gotta take punishment. You gotta take it. I mean, naturally you're giving it out, but you gotta know how to take it. Because listen, wrestling is give and take. It's give and take. Every star you're looking at is a great star in his own right. I mean, he's in there to win. He wants to make money. Big mega bucks. You only make mega bucks in pro wrestling if you stay on top. So here we got 4 of the greatest trying to stay on top. Dick the Bruiser, the world's most dangerous wrestler. Superstar Graham, the Muscle Man. Wahoo McDaniel, the world's greatest Indian superstar. And Ernie the Cat Lad, the most famous lineman of them all. From the AFL, the Super All-Star. Hey, nobody was bigger, nobody was faster, nobody weighed more than Ernie the Big Cat in the trenches. He could do it all. Hey, you put pads on that man, put pads on him now, and you got a real killer. This guy, whoa. You come through the line, he's liable to bust you all over the place. Okay, fans, we're right here in the midst of the action. It's the first fall here from Chicago, and they're banging it out in center ring. Look at that, giving and taking. Now, this is action. Now, you want to be a pro wrestler, baby, you got to get in there and take that punishment. See what they're doing in there? They're taking punishment. See? It's who can outlast the other man, see, because we got top men in there. All Hall of Famers. Look at that. The Indian War Dance and the Tomahawk. There goes the Tomahawk again. And look at that superstar into the ropes. Oh, a tremendous chop, and the count is 3, and it's all over. The first fall is over. And there's Spread Eagle in the middle of the ring. On his back is Superstar Graham. And fans, we'll be back because this is the big action. This is the big match. This is for all the marbles in Chicago. It's the Hall of Fame Classics. Okay, fans, here we are back at the International Amphitheater. It's Wahoo McDaniel and the Bruiser versus Ernie, the Big Cat Lad, and Superstar Graham. It's May 25th, 1973. Bruiser and Wahoo, they're having their hands raised because they are the winners of the first fall. One more fall, and it's on to a confrontation with Bockwinkle and Stevens for the AWA title here in Chicago. And let me tell you, fans, where were you on May 25th? Well, the White Sox, they were leading the American League West by 3.5 games. The Cubs were first in the National League East, 24-17. And let me tell you, this same night we had this big show at the amphitheater. The Sox were against Cleveland at Comiskey Park, and the attendance was 17,680. But let me tell you, fans, we had almost 12,000 here at the amphitheater, and we had 4,000 we turned away. So, fans, we would have made it. We would have equaled that. But, listen, you can't win them all because the amphitheater only holds 12,000. And let me tell you, this is a great night here in Chicago. This is what it's all about in professional wrestling. Where were you on May 25th, 1973? I was right there at ringside, and I was going crazy because it looked to me like maybe, yes, maybe, Dick the Bruiser and Wahoo McDaniel would be the team to go on and challenge the AWA champions, Bockwinkle and Stevens. Let me tell you, Superstar Graham and Ernie Ladd, though, they're a tough team. They're very tough. And let me tell you, they already put Wahoo, Cowboy Bill Watts out of action. As you recall, the last match, we showed you that match when Wahoo McDaniel teamed with Bill Watts, and Bill Watts was hurt after the first fall, had to retire from the match. Wahoo lost that one, but he's got Bruiser as his partner now, and you can see this match is not going well because Wahoo is getting laid out in the corner there, and we've got problems at the amphitheater in Chicago. Wahoo McDaniel, the Chickasaw Indian from Oklahoma, one of the greats, Bud Wilkinson's, one of his greats. And he's getting the 3 count, fans. He got the 3 count. He got the 3 count, and Ladd is working over Bruiser. Wahoo just took the 3 count, fans, and this match is tied at 1 fall apiece. Did you see that? They put it to him, and Wahoo is down. And Bruiser's trying to protect him. But now we got a match here, fans. We got a real barn burner. We got 1 fall apiece here in Chicago. 1 fall apiece. And there's Superstar feeling good. And the announcer, Ed McElroy, is acknowledging that, indeed, yes, they did win the second fall. Match tied at 1 fall apiece. A sellout crowd at the International Amphitheater in Chicago. And the fans are going crazy. It's a wild night. And now the third fall's underway, fans. And hold on to your chairs. Look at that action in the corner there. Look at that action. Dick the Bruiser. Hey, Dick the Bruiser. To where the man that loses the fall has to start back in, fans. That's the way it is. That's the game. That's the rules and regulations. Look at that. He's coming on with those chops. Wahoo is trying to hit that mark, but he can't hit the mark. He's a little foggy. Oh, boy, he hit the mark there with his foot. He just caught him. He caught Superstar right alongside the head. Superstar's looking to shake hands. Hey, brother, you better shake hands. You're going to shake hands with the devil now, baby, because Bruiser's going to lay it into you. Look at that. Bruiser just give him a kick in the back there. And Ernie Ladd tried to sneak in on him. That's a vaunted secret weapon Bruiser has. He's got eyes in the back of his head. Look at that. Bruiser, come on. And Ladd comes over the top rope, and there's excitement. Hey, fans, people are going crazy here in Chicago at the International Amphitheater. Don't leave your chairs, you people looking in at television. Don't leave your chairs. The action is underway here. Remember, it's tied at 1 fall apiece. And now they took a double collision in the middle of the ring, fans. I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm all out of breath here in Chicago. I'm calling this for you, baby, and I remember every move here. It was exciting then, and it's exciting again for me. It was exciting then, I want to tell you. Super exciting. Professional wrestling from Chicago. Look at that. He's got him jumping up and down like a jumping jack. Bruiser powers him into that corner. And let me tell you, fans, and now it's leaning the way of Wahoo and Bruiser. They have the momentum. Can they win the third fall? Now they got Ladd up and a chop alongside the head. Can they win this third fall? Can they put it out? Uh-oh. Ladd is cut. Ladd is hurt. Ladd is open. He has a bunch of stitches over that eye. He went into this match with stitches on that eye. They've opened it up. Open the eye up now. And down he goes again with that tomahawk chop. The tomahawk chop put him down. Superstar Graham. He knows he's in trouble. Look at Bruiser's coming after him. And again, that's Wahoo powering in on Ernie the Big Cat Ladd. You can see Bruiser now working over Superstar at the same time, keeping him away from Wahoo, who is working over Ladd. Remember, only one member of each team is really officially into the match at this point. That would be Wahoo and Ernie Ladd. Otherwise, you got to tag in. So, and they got to be outside that rope to tag. So what we're looking at now, we may have a little problem, a little mix-up here. If the referee notices it or calls it, we could have a disqualification. But right there, we have a double knockout in the middle of the ring. Looks like to me. Now the referee's moving over. Remember, we got a 20 count out on the floor. You got to be inside by 20. Bruiser's out after Ladd. Remember, one of them's got to get back in that ring in 20. The count's on now. It's 10 on the apron, 20 on the floor. Henry's counting. He's telling, see, Henry moving his arms out, giving him the count. Now they're all out on the floor. Wait a minute. Bruiser's back in the ring. Bruiser's back in the ring. Now Henry's giving the sign here. Wait a minute. It's the winner. Dick the Bruiser is the winner. Dick the Bruiser has won it. Terrific. Bruiser and Wahoo McDaniels are the winners here in Chicago at the International Amphitheater. The date, May 25th, 1973. What action we're seeing here. They're the winners here. They're the winners. Dick the Bruiser and Wahoo. And they're moving on in their quest for the AWA Tag Team Championship. Ed McElroy in the ring now. Henry pointing out the winners. Terrific night. Terrific action. Terrific match. Brother, I tell you, it's been fun. It's been real. Hey, that's right. McElroy, give it the word. Give it the word. Give it the finger there. You got it, kid. You got it. Those are the winners in Chicago at the International Amphitheater. Now Superstar Graham is pleading. He wants to know what's going on here. Now Ernie Ladd's down on one knee, and you see those stitches over his eye have been opened up, and he definitely has taken a lot of punishment. He's looking tough and rough, and let me tell you, Ernie doesn't like to ask any quarter. He don't give no quarter. He ain't asking for any excuses. Ernie did his best. Ernie's one of the greatest that ever lived, one of the greatest of all the professional wrestlers. Look at this. Now they're doing a war dance. Think the Bruiser's doing a war dance. Hey, terrific, Bruiser. Hey, I've never seen a war dance, Bruiser. Bruiser's doing the Chickasaw war dance with Wahoo fans from Chicago. Hey, that's the Victory War Dance. And fans, these are the wrestling classics from Chicago.
Wrestling, Wilbur Snyder and his partner, the man with the cast iron stomach, Pepper Gomez. And on Saturday, August 31st, gentlemen, you are going to wrestle two very tough guys, Big Bill Miller, a big man, and Kim Duck.
You know, the last time we defended the title, we wrestled against two of the biggest in the business. And we've got two more. And it's going to be tough. We know it will be because Kim Duck is a very vicious wrestler, and so is Big Bill Miller.
And they have two entirely different styles. It might be difficult.
Well, I think that's in our favor, Sam. Just two of the big men, but they certainly are different in style, as you said, and different in personality. And the teamwork, I don't believe they have, like Pepper and I have, and that I think we've proven that by winning these belts. And again, I think that you have to have teamwork to be a good team. And I just think that the two different individuals with the personalities, I don't think they've got a team like we have.
Well, one thing is certain, it'll be a great tag team match.
It will be, and it will be rough. And like Wilbur said, I think the thing that helps us is that we work as a team, and these guys are two individual wrestlers, and I've always said that to become a great team, you have to wrestle as one.
Well, we'll be out there along with all the fans watching you in action at a great night of wrestling on Saturday, August 31st at the Air-Conditioned Expo Center.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sam.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that's Saturday, August 31st, 8:30 p.m. at the Expo Center. Two big title matches. The Ox defending his newly won title against Ellis. You'll see a title match, Snyder and Gomez defending their titles against Miller and Kim Duck. It'll be Sergeant Jacques Goulet in there against Thomas Robinson. Billy Robinson will be here against Cortez.